And in lane 7 from Alexandria, Vest and Rubini. And this is a heat. We are looking for the top 4 of these crews to move on to the final later today. So unfortunately for 3 of these boats, this race will be the end of their Open F double event. So those 2 brothers in lane 2, Dan and William Van Dresser. The bow seat rode at Michigan State University, and he's still out there killing it on the race course. So good for those guys, the Van Dresser brothers. Sounds like those 2 have a little bit of a fan club down there in the venue. Love to hear it. All these boats making their last final adjustments to their point. Looking to start straight in their lane, not trying to go headed off into the buoys. It looks like they've been called to an attention, and they're off. A little bit of a slow start out there in lane 2 from those Van Dresser brothers, but hopefully they will get back in the mix. Oh, little issue there in lane 4 from Gates and Hamner, that Dallas composite. And it is the Van Dresser brothers in lane 2 with a slight lead over the rest of the field. That slow start did not slow them down at all. They are currently about almost a length up, bow to stern overlap with the Chinook crew, Riker and Nash in lane 6. The Van Dresser brothers continuing to stay out in front, pushing the pace of this field, followed by the Chinook crew of Reichert and Nash. But this crew from Alexandria in lane 7, Vest and Rubini, along with that Dallas composite in lane 4, are hot on their heels. Again, we are looking for the top 4 finishers in this event, or in this race, to move on to the final later. But right now, it is Dan and William Van Dresser, those 2 brothers from Lake County, out in front of this field, crossing over the halfway point. 500 meters in, 500 meters to go. Those 2 brothers continuing to push the pace of this field. The Van Dressers have about a length of open water up over the crew from Chinook in lane 6. And just a couple seats back is Gates and Hamner from the Dallas composite in lane 4. But right now the question is, who is going to obtain that 4th and final qualifying position as we come into the red buoys? It is still the Van Dresser brothers, Dan and William, out in front, continuing to extend their lead with every stroke. Chinook currently sitting in that 2nd place qualifying position, followed by that Dallas composite. But right now it's a pretty tight race for that 4th place qualifying position between River City, Lake County, and this outside crew, Alexandria. But as we come to the line, Dan and William Van Dress are looking super strong, super long, super composed, just really letting that boat run. They will be moving on to the final later on today. But coming to the line in that second place qualifying position is that Dallas Composite, then Chinook and River City, Griffith and Disney obtaining that fourth place qualifying position. So we will see those 4 crews later on today. Great racing to start off this Sunday morning. We got a couple more heats under our belt before we get into the finals.